Hi everyone, I'm Anita, the editor of Luxurist Mag, and today for a very special interview we have the wonderful Avnish and Anita Goyal, the founder and chair of Hallmark Luxury Care Homes and the founder and chair of the Goyal Foundation. So guys, welcome today for the exclusive interview. How have you found the process of actually having a beautiful photo shoot, being glammed up? Have you enjoyed it?
It's been so much fun. Thank you so much, Anisha, for inviting us for this great interview.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. I've had a mini makeover as well.
You have, and you look amazing. And you are probably one of the most inspiring, aspirational couples that I have known. And I really wanted everybody else, as the viewers and the readers of Luxurist Magazine, to get to know you more. Because one of the incredible work that you do for philanthropy and just your amazing chemistry and the work you do as a couple.
Thank you.
So tell us, how did it all begin for you when you first obviously launched the Goyal Foundation of Niche?
The Goyal Foundation was really set up. We came into the UK with nothing, and I had this desire and passion to give back. When we've done well in business and we've been very fortunate, and I wanted to saw the suffering and the challenges out there, both here and abroad. And also I wanted our children who don't necessarily, they've not gone through the same things that we've gone through. And I wanted them to experience that through helping others. And that's why the Goyal Foundation was set up 15 years ago in honour of my parents.
That's so beautiful. So how long was that? What have you done in terms of all the work to, help lots of people in the industry, would you say?
Well, the aim was to help disadvantaged parts of society, mainly women and children. So we've done incredible work both in the UK and abroad. And the key thing with philanthropy is we don't just say that it's about giving money, it's also your time, your expertise, your best wishes. And so we visit our projects, we've seen a lot of the work that we're doing, we get involved, and that's where the true satisfaction and fulfillment comes.
And so you obviously got a lot of love for philanthropy work as well. How did the journey begin for you?
I was very, very fortunate. I was, as a former teacher, I was already involved with children for most of my life, teaching science. And when I met Avnish 12 years ago, he gave me a great opportunity to join the foundation, which I did. I embraced that. And I've been on a phenomenal journey because I came across some great charities such as Barnardo's. So a few years back, I was asked to be the Vice President of Barnardo's, which again continues the work around children and supporting the work that they're doing, raising awareness, as well as becoming both of us ambassadors of the Alzheimer's Society as well, which again is linked to our work with the care homes. And it's just been incredible because the charities that I've particularly connected with have got a real focus on women and children. And it's just grown my mindset incredibly. And I've met the most amazing people throughout doing all of this as well.
Such rewarding work. It really must make you feel good every day that you're doing such incredible work, helping all these incredible women and children like you're saying.
I think we're quite lucky because we've got a fantastic CEO, Stephen Burke, and Roxy Potts, who runs our programs for Inner Spark. And I think it's through our teams and also our team of trustees are incredible. They input so much. In fact, our 3 children and our daughter-in-law are now part of the board of trustees, as well as our CEO, Nai, who's part of that. So just as the team that make it all really happen, I think.
That's really lovely that it's all running in the family as well, and everyone's coming together to honestly have this amazing, empowering cause, which they are all helping to do, which really makes a difference. So Avnish, talk to us a little bit about the luxury care homes as well, the Hallmark. What inspired you to do that?
Well, one of the things, piece of advice that I got from my uncle many years ago was, it's not what you have in life, it's who you become. And I've said this quite a lot, and it's been my guiding principle because if you see often in society, people have lots of things, but they're not fulfilled. And one of the things that I realized was that I was running a property business successfully with my family, and I wanted to grow and develop. And I realized that owning a care home business would really make me grow and develop. The responsibility of having team members, of having residents to look after, vulnerable people, would really make me grow. And 28 years on, we're recognised as one of the leading providers of care in the UK. We built some of the best care homes, won lots and lots of awards, and really now influencing the sector with our championing social care initiatives as well, which Anita and I are part of. We're really galvanising the whole of the sector. One of the things that we've really believed in is collaboration and bringing people together really helps make a difference. And Anita didn't mention, but through the work that she's done with being the chair of the care sector fundraising board, for example, in her tenure over 4 years, she raised 1.2 million for charities in the care sector.
That's phenomenal. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's huge. So how many luxury care homes do you have?
So we have 22 wonderful care homes. We have nearly 3,000 team members who support over 1,600 wonderful older people to have a superb quality of life. We're really proud of the impact we're making, not just within our own care business, but throughout the whole sector. We feel like we are galvanising people together to want to deliver better care outcomes for older people.
That's amazing, and you guys have been doing such phenomenal work. And you mentioned Inner Spark earlier as well. Tell us more about Inner Spark, the charity organisation.
Yeah, so Inner Spark is all about impacting young people's minds through delivering personal development workshops in schools. And we've been so fortunate because we've got some incredible facilitators who go in and they work with the children and work with different year groups. And so far we've worked with 150,000 children, around about 140 schools over the last few years. And we have got some really big ambitions to work with 100,000 children this year. That will help us to reach our target of 1 million by the end of the decade.
Absolutely.
So it's about really building resilience in young people, helping them to gain self-awareness, create purpose in their life, and also have accountability and finally kindness towards each other.
It's amazing. I came to one of your dinners and I was just blown away with the support that you're providing them. And I think there's so much that everyone can do to get behind the amazing initiative. And Avnish, when we obviously came to that dinner, you announced at that point that you were going to be abseiling of the Empire State Building in New York. How did that go? Share a little bit more of an insight of what the experience was like, because you were doing it all for the charity to raise money.
Yeah, one of the things I've wanted to do is push my boundaries, expand my comfort zone, because that's where the growth comes. And I've been meaning to do this abseil with Out of Bound Trust for a number of years. And I missed the Shard, and then they did some other abseiling. And then when this came up, once in a lifetime opportunity to abseil down the Empire State Building, 103 stories, it's about nearly 1,500 feet high. I just had to do it. And I can honestly say, and people said, how did you do it? It was absolutely exhilarating. I just let my mind go. I trusted that I wasn't going to die and the ropes weren't going to break. And I absolutely loved the experience, and I'd do it all over again. And I keep saying that I want to do the Burj Khalifa now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's got to be on the bucket list
Absolutely.
next. And did you not want to join Avnish for the abseil?
It was
We had to raise a lot of money.
We had to raise-
Yeah, we raised 65,000 in
That's
here.
amazing.
And so only one of us could do it.
Good, yeah.
So, but it was
That must have been a phenomenal experience. And it's never been done before.
never
right?
been done and won't be allowed to be done either in
Wow.
the future. So
So
this was a
that's-
once in a lifetime, things that hopefully I'll be telling my grandchildren.
Oh,
When
absolutely.
they
That's a highlight in itself. And obviously you pledged 1 million in Life Changes Circle members to help children with disabilities as well. What impact do you hope the funding will have?
When we met John Caldwell and Joanne, who's the charity manager, we were inspired by the work that John was doing. John's self-made billionaire with Phones for You, you might remember that.
Yes, I remember.
And we just wanted to step our philanthropy to the next level. And one of the things John promised us was that he would open his networks, and we wanted to grow. And also the cause itself, the working with children with autism, we saw his centre in Stoke-on-Trent. It's just phenomenal what he's built. And we just wanted to be part of that, but also to see how our philanthropy would grow as well. And so we've been part of that Life Changes Circle for nearly 3 years now. It's been an awesome journey. We've seen the impact that our money's made, but also the people that we've met and the experiences that we've had. And working with John and Modesta, it's just been awesome.
It's just mesmerising, honestly, the amount of beautiful work that you guys are both doing. And both of you are obviously being recognised for your contributions. Avnish with a CBE for services to social care and philanthropy, and Anita with an MBE for services to diversity and female empowerment. What did receiving these honours truly mean to you? And how did you identify with it, both personally and professionally? Because that's a huge achievement.
I think the first thing is, whenever you win or get awarded an achievement, it's what your parents are going to say, right? Because we want that feeling of pride from our parents. So that's probably the first thing, is that feeling when, even though when I spoke to my mum and said, I've got a CBE, she didn't fully understand what that was, but I explained it to her, and I'm sure she was proud. But I think really, for me, and I think I speak for Anita here, is that it really gives us a platform for the big plans that we have. It gives us credibility, and it gives us that firepower to go and do more. So that's what we see this as. It continues that responsibility that we have to take our philanthropy to the next level.
Yeah, absolutely, and also for your children as well, to see that how you can also
That's
be
true.
great role models for our children.
Yeah, because they came to Buckingham Palace when I got my
Yeah.
CV, and just seeing them lined up when I saw Princess Anne.
We must have been so proud of you.
Such a great
And they really are. They're so proud of you, Avnish, with everything that you're doing, because Avnish is actually a true leader of our family, and that really is great and unique. I know we're going to talk more about amazing, but he's such a unique man, and for me to have him in my life to share this journey is just incredible.
And it's great, and that's what we were going to go on to next, because obviously you guys work closely together, but you're also a couple. How do you balance the two?
Just naturally, I've just found my soulmate. I can't imagine life without Anita. We're together pretty much most of the time, and we just love it. And I just encourage more couples. I know most couples say, I can never work with my partner, but we just love it. I think we aligned ourselves very early on in terms of having this shared mission. We've got our own identity, and we've got our own things that we want to do as well. So it's not like we completely want to just do joint things together, but we have this sense of purpose that we share, and we just love and enjoy each other's company. We really do, and that temperament, we just want to have fun and enjoy ourselves. And if we have disagreements, we just let them go really quickly, because life's too short to hold on to things.
It's so true, and when you're loving what you're doing with all the philanthropy work as well, it doesn't even probably feel like it's work. It just feels like you guys have just got a wider purpose and a passion for what you do. So it just must feel so beautiful to have your soulmate right next to you.
Exactly, and it's fulfilling. And the most important thing, I think, is understanding and having friendship as well. When you really like each other and you want to hang out with each other, and you turn to each other for everything, where you're like you gain so much strength from each other. And Avnish always champions everything that I do. And when I feel a bit weak and I feel like I can't do something, he's in there with me, like supporting me, lifting me. And I think that's really important, because if you put each other down, then that doesn't work. That negative energy. So I think for our whole journey, also doing Tony Robbins has really helped. So we have recently become lions in that journey, and we sit together, we share our ideas, we create, we pull each other up as well, we hold each other accountable so that we can be the best version of ourselves as well, and also our union together. So completely united, I think, even with the children and family and everything, so that we can have our best life now.
Yeah, we've had challenges in previous relationships, and we want to be great role models for our children. They're grown up. My son's married, and the other two daughters were married in due course, and we want to be role models for them. And when our grandchildren arrive, we want them to have a great and extraordinary life. So we have to lead by example.
Absolutely, and you're just amazing role models. And then what do you guys do in your downtime when you're not doing all this amazing philanthropy work and what do you guys do personally?
I think Netflix.
That definitely is. And the other thing is self-care. I think we do, especially more recently, we spend more time in our spirituality, with just health and fitness and meditation. We do give that time now. We make that a priority. I think that's really important. And also we travel a lot, so that's our downtime, traveling and learning through all the seminars that we attend. We're always on this journey of learning.
And you get to discover many countries and have that downtime as well, which is always so fun. So I've been obviously following your journey very, very closely. And you guys also visited Jaipur as well on a trip to do, obviously, anti-trafficking projects there as well, with the British Asian Trust, which is, again, another amazing charity foundation. What was the most eye-opening moment from that experience, would you say?
Who wants to go first?
I think for me, just the horror of seeing how anyone could traffic a 4-year-old boy or girl, put them into bonded labour, and make them work 20 hours a day and treat them the way that we explain how they are treated. It's just horrific. And the fact that these young children have been rescued, they were now being rehabilitated, and then they were going to return to their families was such a joy to see. And they were smiling, they were happy, but just imagining the life that they must have before they were rescued. That was the eye opener for me, is that how cruel can man be? What money makes people do is just extraordinary.
I think it's really important that people have awareness about how some of the products that are coming out of, say, Jaipur, for example, what is the story behind even buying a bangle? How did that come to be? So what was the moment for me was watching the play that the students did. We went to visit the project, and when the young people were doing their play, they were expressing how they were feeling, and part of their rehabilitation is through dance, singing, craft work, and also drama. So they could really go through that journey of healing, so that they come out the other end. But it's a real struggle.
You can imagine. I can't even begin to imagine. It's outrageous just to see that there's another world out there that we wouldn't even know, and some people don't even know or want to accept that exists, but it does. And it's amazing that there's a lot of work going on now to create this awareness and getting children out of these.
British Asian Trust are leading in that.
Yeah.
And they're really, really making a huge difference and really shifting what's going on in the landscape around that. So I think that, congratulations to British Asian Trust for really taking that massive project on.
Can I just add, going to see these projects, not just supporting them, but actually going, is, I think, part of our reason for success, because if we ever want to feel unhappy, lack of fulfillment, just remember what these young children have gone through. And most of us will realise we don't really have many problems. Most of our problems are not real problems. They're, as we often call them, they're first world problems, and we make them so big. So that's, I think, if you really want fulfillment, do more philanthropy, go and become a volunteer, go and support projects, go and see this stuff out there, open your eyes to what's going on. And I think that will make a huge difference in this world.
And how can more people, especially reading, will be watching this interview, get into more philanthropy work? What would your advice be?
So firstly, I'd say is find out what really troubles you, what makes you feel angry and upset. Look in the local area, see what's going on, see how you can go in and help, and find out about that local charity, the local project that's going on in your neighbourhood, and get connected to that first, just to get that initial feel. And of course, there's many ways that you can give. You can either donate. I had our daughter had her birthday on the 28th of Feb, just the other day, and she didn't want a gift from anybody of our family members. She asked us to donate to a charity that she felt was doing some really good work. So that's another way you could get your family to help you to fundraise. You can do fundraising events. You can run a marathon. You could make cupcakes. You can do it as big or as small as you like. And the other way is not only about giving money, but also giving your time. Being a volunteer, that's really powerful as well.
If you're a lawyer, you can help a charity with legal work, for example.
Absolutely.
Or if you're an accountant, lots of small charities need someone to support their finances and so on. So there's so many different ways that you can support.
And also joining a board of a charity as well, see if there's any positions that may come up and you feel I've got something really valuable here to offer. There's so many different ways.
And I think the moment you're ready to start is you'll see that it's everywhere. It's one of those things where the moment you might open your mind, you'll see so many opportunities.
Yeah, it's so true. That's such great advice. Now, have you guys received or faced any cultural or societal barriers as South Asian philanthropists, especially in the UK?
I think
over the years.
Yeah, there's I suppose two things that often people say is we keep our philanthropy very quiet. That's fine. We've decided to be more open about that because it encourages others.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're going to solve a lot of the world's problems, I don't believe that doing it quietly will make that big difference and that big impact. So sometimes people might say, well, why do you put stuff on social media? It's because we want people to know what we're doing, to encourage others. That's how we got into, and that's how we learn. We learn through others. So we're here hopefully to inspire other people too. And I suppose the other one that you often hear is, the money doesn't really go to the charities, it gets eaten into admin and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is why we support charities like even our own within a Spark. All the money that people donate goes directly. We cover all the admin costs. It's the same with the Cornwall Children. John covers all their costs. So we make sure that the charities that we support, that money goes to Frontline. So there's simple checks that you can do in order to ensure that money gets to where it wants to go to. And that's just a bit of due diligence will support that, but that shouldn't stop you from giving.
Yeah, there is a lot of speculation around that because some of the charities have had lots of bad press where, especially when the whole Gaza, Palestine thing was happening where a lot of people said that some of these charities that were raising money, it wasn't even actually reaching them. So I think you're right, by them doing checks to be able to really regulate and check if it is going through. And I just think social media is the biggest platform where you can create awareness and share the messaging and the incredible work that you're doing. Do you feel that now, obviously the power of social media, there's a really, really now bigger way of communicating and creating more awareness than there was before?
Yeah, I think social media can be used in a really powerful way to influence and inspire others, but also to raise awareness about some of the concerns or challenges and hardship going on in the world as well. Because sometimes we can live in our bubble. We all do that in a way. We're all guilty of that. So it's about opening the lid and saying, "Hey, look at this. Here's some stats. Here's what's going on," and people can then formulate their own opinions. But people must always be responsible for their own giving.
Yes.
They've really got to take it on and not do it because of blaming others. They've got to take responsibility and say, "I want to give because," and really connect with that cause and do their checks.
And what I always say is that no one ever became poor by giving. In fact, you're enriched. You really are. You'll never miss whatever you give. And we've donated a considerable amount of money over the last 15 years, and our life's been totally enriched for that. That money would not have impacted me the same way as it has by making that difference to probably hundreds of thousands of people's lives.
Yeah, because it just feels so nice when you get up in the morning to know that you've made a difference. Whether it's a small donation or a huge amount, every penny makes a difference. And I think that's the most rewarding thing in this. So running obviously impactful initiatives together as a couple, do you feel there's challenges or any rewards? And how do you navigate that dynamic? Does it ever get where one is more focused, or do you ever have any challenges between yourselves where you've got different opinions when you're navigating through some of the causes that you're working through?
Yeah, we do have sometimes.
Yeah,
sometimes
we do, yeah.
like we'll say, "Oh, we've been donating to that one for many, many years now.
Yeah.
Time for change," or there'll be a difference of opinion on some of that. But we would work it out.
I think also having our great board of trustees, our children often are very good at questioning some of our decisions and supporting us and everything. But overall, we try and focus on working with children and with women and livelihood programs. So I think that you're very clear about your objective, and we try and stick to doing that, especially around the world of education. So that's our growing.
And we become more and more targeted now. We were in the early days much more scattergun. Anybody came to us with very loosely that kind of objective. We'd give them some money, but we're becoming a bit more kind of targeted now.
Strategic.
Yeah.
Strategic, and it's obviously aligned with the work that you're doing as well,
Yeah.
which I think helps. And then if you had to switch roles for a week, handling each other's tasks completely, what do you think would be the biggest challenge?
I don't think I want to look after what you do.
What
The house.
would you like to take care of?
I wouldn't want to do it. Managing the house and the cleaning and all the things that you do, make sure everything gets delivered into the
Superwoman, right?
drawers.
Running all of these
Like
businesses.
I open the drawers and magically my shorts are there, my socks are there, my shirts are ironed. They just magically
They
happen.
go
I don't know
places,
how.
yeah.
If I was in charge of that, how that would happen.
Yeah, no, well, we get help through our team. So for me, I probably would like to do Avnish's role because his mindset is so powerful and so strong. And being in business, I think it requires some like amazing skills. I don't think I've got the skills to do those. But I admire what Avnish does in his role.
And vice versa. Anita's wonderful at all the charity work, but also, your role as the CEO of the house is managing the house. And our house is always immaculate. Everything's in its place. It's a great environment to live in. I'm very grateful and proud that I could never do that. So, and I think we're just appreciative of the roles that we do play, and we respect each other's roles, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't think we try and think that each other can do. We are clear about our strengths. And
Well, you told me that right early on. I think I tried to interfere in something in the house and said, "Excuse me."
That's my department.
She said, "You're the CEO out there. I'm the CEO."
In the house, I love that. I love that. And what's something people might be surprised to learn about each of you?
Oh gosh, that's a I think what you see is what you get. When we do our seminars, for example, we try to walk our talk. Everything we teach is what we do. We don't preach. We don't do theory. We try to show people the challenges that we've had, but the extraordinary life that we've now built through those challenges. And and we absolutely love what we do. The amount of energy that one can have when you're not focusing on like the negativity that can be in a relationship, when it's mostly positive, it's amazing what you can achieve. And one of the biggest things that people always say to us is, I don't know how you do it. And we've watched others who do far more than we do. And we always say, if they can do it, so can we. So all I'd say is, anybody listening to this, is you can do far more than you think you can. Just put your mind to it, work out what your purpose in life is, and just squeeze out the negativity, and that positivity will give you so much energy. And we have vision boards, we have the things that we want to achieve, and we know that most of the time, apart from Netflix, is we are on that journey to achieve the things we want to achieve, and that keeps us going.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said there, and I also think that because we flow with so much, that gives us even more energy to do it, because we're not like pulling, pushing, like going against each other. We just seem to flow, and that when you're both flowing in the same direction, you've got that like big boost of energy to do even more.
Yeah, people are either drainers or they drain your energy, or they're energizers. So just have a look around you. People who are drainers will drain your energy. People who are energizers will make you feel more energized. So as a couple, if you're both energizers, that makes a huge difference.
But again, we lift each other. If one's feeling a bit down, then we do lift each other.
Oh, yeah.
To support each
Yeah,
other.
of course, because we balance each other out.
Yeah.
It's always good. And so what's next for you guys in terms of your new initiatives that are coming up and personal projects that you're excited about in 2025?
Lots and lots that we are
Yes.
doing. Probably too many to talk about on this show, but Anita, you can talk about Inner Spark.
Yeah, so the main one is Inner Spark, which is our fundraising event coming up at the end of this year in November. So we're looking at raising lots of money so we can really fund so many more workshops in schools, the personal development workshops for young people, students in schools and colleges. So that's our big one, and we just want to keep expanding that work and continue to work with some of the top speakers in the country to help with the mindsets of young people today.
So it's called The Big Spark. We're going to be doing it on the 19th of November. It's by invite only. It's going to be a very exclusive event. We're going to raise 300,000. That's our target on that night. It's going to be at the Natural History Museum. You're hearing it here first.
Yes.
Exclusive.
And that's going to be towards our aim of that 1 million young people by 2030. So it's going to be a fantastic fundraiser. And I'm looking forward to it.
So how, obviously it's by invitation only, so if people do want to donate that have seen this interview today, how can they go about donating to the Inner Spark?
Yeah, that's on our website, innerspark.org.uk, and people can donate on there and really be part of this magnificent journey for the next generation of this country.
Yeah, or reach out to us on social media.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So much love and admiration for you both. You're truly so inspiring. And thank you for being part of this and sharing your phenomenal philanthropy career story, but just the love that you have for one another and the love that you have for philanthropy. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank
Guys,
you,
you've heard it here for an exclusive at the Luxurist magazine. Make sure you follow us at luxuristmag.com and follow us on our Instagram, Luxurist Mag. See you soon.